All right, so it's day 4 of the 7-day fast, and so it's been about 92 hours since I've last ate. And yeah, I had a pretty good time yesterday. You could see that I went to that beach, and then after that, I picked up my girlfriend, Melissa, and then we ended up just kind of driving around to Santa Cruz, and I wanted to show her the seascape place that I used to go to. And we were there for about an hour or two, and we drove home. Now we're gonna go to Monterey today and Saturday. So yeah, let's see what the scale says. Just want to go on there real quick, and then I'm gonna check my ketones as usual. Okay, 154.2 pounds. 154.2 pounds. I'm gonna hop back on, off, and then go back on. Yeah, 154.2 pounds. And then I'm just gonna go on this one just to see like a sanity check, which is kind of the same. So it's like near 150. And the reason, I'm 5 feet 10 inches tall, so it's like, I think that's a combination of, well, I think it's actually at this point less water weight and more fat and muscle loss. Unfortunately, I think it kind of is muscle loss a little bit. So it's just what's going to come with the territory of losing weight. So, but the good thing is I'm at 145.2 without a significant water loss because I've been hydrating like crazy. So I'm happy about that. And because the lowest I've seen was 154, but that was after a dry fast. So I thought maybe I was going to see 156.0 at this point, but now I'm going a little bit below, which is good. Because my goal is, like I said, 10% body fat, and who knows? I mean, if we're headed in this direction, if I'm headed in this direction, I might be that under that by the end of it, which is going to be, it's going to be Tuesday. And like I said, if the keto break doesn't come, I might have to go a little bit further. It's weird because, well, first of all, I checked my ketones around 6 p.m. last night, about 8 p.m. last night, and I got about 3.0, which is pretty high. And the subsequent times after that, I started to feel like the sense of like, is it worth it? Like sometimes it happens. I don't know what it is. It's like, you're like, oh, I'm doing all this crazy shit for weight loss. And then you get that feeling of like, is this even worth it? But it's like, of course it's worth it. But your brain is just telling you, it's just trying to doubt itself. And that happens like when you're a teenager too. It's like, sometimes like when you're a teenager, you feel kind of depressed and almost suicidal. Like, is life even worth it? Of course life is worth it, that whole thing. So it's, it's just something that you have to get beyond. And, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and test my ketones. So, yeah, sorry if I'm like, in my underwear or whatever. Just like, I'm just trying to weigh myself in the most accurate way possible. I'm going to put a robe back on, so hold on a second. But yeah, hopefully you get to check out that short clip. It's a short, I think. It was like 2 minutes or something of me going to the beach yesterday. It's Baker Beach, one of my favorites. Yeah, that's my light. But yeah, it's I'll probably have some yerba mate this morning. I don't know. Actually, I'm like, the way I feel right now is, well, because I need to hydrate. So I just basically got up, but the way I feel right now is like a little shaky, So I think I just need to hydrate. Like right now, I just kind of feel this weird nervousness because I'm 92 hours fasted, and I normally don't go this far. So unfortunately, I do have that cortisol spike slightly, but it's all good. I think if once I hydrate and I just kind of go about my day and go back to the beach, I'm going to be more calm and the cortisol will go away. So we just got to work with that. So yeah, let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and take my ketones. I have a very good feeling. that they're extremely high right now. They're probably like 4.2. Started making me feel nervous because I'm like, that means that if it's this high this early on, that means that it could go up to a ketoacidosis level, which did happen, I think, once before. So I just have to watch out for that, which, that means like the level is above 8, and that can be dangerous. Like, you got to be careful. I mean, some people, if you have type 1 diabetes, obviously you're going to experience that, but I just urge people out there, like, watch out, because if it does get to that point, like, you probably should break your fast. I mean, it's hard to say like at what point, because like it'll just say high, like it'll say high, HI, meaning HIGH, high, meaning that the ketones are high. The reader will say that, and I guess like true ketoacidosis would be like 20 or whatever, but that's like when you see 8, it's like headed in the wrong direction. So be careful if you plan on fasting like what I'm doing. So I'm getting my blood. And there was actually a time where I wasn't as keto adapted, so I got up to about 5.3 after a day of fasting or something. Oh, I'm at 3.8. Okay, so that's not as bad as it can in terms of danger. So I thought, like, if I was gonna see 5.3, I'd be like, oh shit, maybe I need to, worry about breaking my fast sooner. But yeah, 3.8 is good because I think that's manageable. It's obviously the ketones will keep going up in terms of the flow, because I'm not like, I just keep getting, I just keep releasing the ketones, and over time somehow, like, it gets harder and harder for you to use them, because you only use them as so much. It's one of those output versus input kind of situations. I don't know if you studied like it's like a chemical engineering problem or something like that, where like maybe you're trying to figure out how much, like the rate of change of a volume and stuff like that. It's kind of like that, or something in chemistry, where you're trying to figure out the outflow of concentrations and stuff like that. It's kind of like that. And I didn't really study it that hard, but like I've done some calculus problems involving that differential I guess they call it differentials, rates of change, that kind of thing. But if you get a sense of how that is, it's like the ketones are like the rate of it. It's like that goes up over time. But the amount of output stays about the same, because you can't just become keto adapted that fast. It's like, to become keto adapted to something that would be reflective of type 1 diabetes is basically impossible. You can't be that keto adapted, unfortunately. But actually, you know what? You could be. Maybe if you, I don't know, maybe if you did some crazy stuff like doing pull-ups with 200-pound weights or something. I don't know. Or something crazy at the gym, but like that. But anyways, thanks for watching. Oh, and by the way, I didn't really get much reading done, like maybe a little bit, but a lot of it was just driving, because it's San Francisco, and there were some crazy people and a lot of accidents and stuff like that. I hate San Francisco traffic. Then I got a new screen protector for my phone, so it doesn't look as blurry. Thanks for watching.